Hi, Richard from Kosh ADV here. This is my first hiking video. We're going to do adventures on land and sea. This was a hike I did last Sunday from a little place called Flühli in Switzerland to Sörenberg, which is down the valley. It took about 6 hours in total, and in the video notes I'll drop a link to the hike. Beautiful area. It's the end of our summer. I hope you enjoy and hope you get to come here one day and do it yourself. The starting point for the hike is either at the Post, Flühli Post bus stop, or the Thorbach bus stop. Both of these very accessible from Schupfheim train station. Flühli is a beautiful little village with an international claim to fame because Lenin stayed here with his mistress. To start the hike from Flühli, you can walk down this path which follows a river. And if you start from Thorbach, just cross the road at the crossing and follow this bridge. Once you've crossed the bridge, turn left past the historic house where the famous Flühli glass was made. Turn right at the caravan park until you come to the next bridge and cross it. Go past the restaurant, turn right at the yellow signs and then down this little road. And at the end of the road, you'll see a dirt path and another yellow sign. Turn right at that sign and start climbing. You are now on the trail. You will go up past a little farmhouse, through a forest next to a ski lift, and past another farmhouse to get to this point. Turn left at this sign and really start climbing. So when you climb this hill, it's very important to look for rocks with white paint and a red stripe. That is the path you will follow. They're spread out a little bit, so you need to keep an eye, but if there's any doubt, try to keep to a little bit to the right of this field because that's where the path goes. Okay, so I'm actually up quite high now. I'll turn the camera around in a minute, but if you can see up there, the side of the mountain's washed away, right? So you can see the new rock. Might turn the camera around 1 second. There we go. So you can see that new rock. It looks like that could have washed away. I'm no geologist, but you can see the rock just running down here. I don't know if it all came down in the last rain or that's just erosion over time, but you can see the trail of rocks down the side of the mountain. And that house down there was kind of a bit up the road when I made the first video. And we've come up, I don't know, a couple hundred meters maybe. And in Switzerland, you look for, on the mountain trails, these marks, these red and white marks. So that's a mountain trail. Righty. So I'm up a little bit further than where I was, just only 20 meters, but you ever done adventures where you're feeling a little bit out of your comfort zone? I mean, everything's okay, but it's super steep. There's a huge amount of slippery rocks, and the way it's a little bit hard to find. So you can see here, I'm going to zoom in. You can kind of see the rocks, the marks in the rocks. They're not the most obvious. Now I've found them, they're great. I am in this, I don't know what you call it, canyon somehow. On top of a mountain, the shadow of the mountain. And yeah, it just feels very lonely, let's put it that way. It's very steep, very slippery, and look, I'm pretty sure I'll be okay, but it's just, you know, if you take a slip or a tumble, yeah, maybe not so good. So yeah, I mean, it is adventure. I did think about turning around, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the top, and once we get over the top, who knows, once we get over the top, there's another side, right, come down. So hopefully it's not too bad, and then 30 minutes should be plain sailing. Speak to you soon. Yeah, so up just a tiny bit further, and there it is. Hope you can see it's pretty well marked now, and there is a trail. I think maybe the trail got a bit washed out last weekend. It looks like we go up through here. I did notice there's a cave here, and there are bears and wolves in the area, especially wolves. Farmers don't like them. Hoping there's nothing big and furry in there. Let's see. So we're leaving the rocks behind. That's where we came from, and here you can see we're just walking up an edge next to the rock face. It's pretty normal here, pretty steep though. So we'll follow the trees up this ridge and get to the top. Found the cave. Mr. Wolf, Mr. Wolf, Mr. Bear. No, I think we're safe. So here we are, nearly at the top. I would have taken a photo coming down, but I kind of need two hands. It's pretty steep because you kind of hold it above your head almost. One hand on all times. And for you and me, this is a hike. But for the farmers, this is just normal. So look at this. Top, there's a green sign which warns us about mother cows. I'll show you in a second. There we go. We're at the top. And sign which says Schutzhund bewachen die Herd, which means guard dogs watch the animals. And I guess this is where the wolves are. We're in a UNESCO biosphere. So it's all life except for life that supports human. Sorry guys, if I'm a little bit skeptical. Should be a place for all of us, I agree, but you know, I don't know, I'll leave that one open. And we're at the top and we're going to go down the hill. It looks pretty smooth. And here you can see there, that's the next marker. So we're going to drop down. We have I'm not sure what that is, if it's a house or it's just a storage shed. Looks like a bit of a house. You could probably stay there, don't know. We'll see. And yeah, we're going to come back down and sort of round to the left, and sort of behind that hill there is where we're headed. It's absolutely beautiful, guys. Come to Flühli. It's great. So that's the hut we saw at the top. Picnic table and everything. And we've come down from up here. So yeah, absolutely blue. Look at that. The trees against the blue sky. Absolutely gorgeous. Really gorgeous. You can hear the crickets. White clouds. The air, the wind. It's just such a beautiful spot. And I'm the only one here. So we're going to go now down. You can probably see the red white posts. So we're going to come down here and looks like through that little gap. A little bit of detritus and the trail carries on this way. And in Switzerland, this is what you've got all over the place, which is at least why I feel confident going out without maps most of the time, because you're never too far from the trail, never too far from a bus, a restaurant, can of Coke. So we're going, see the bottom one, 3 hours 10 minutes. Sörenberg is where we're going. So we'll carry on down this beautiful path. There's some interesting compression marks on the rock here, and the trail sort of goes below it. You can see the log they've put there. So we're up pretty high. That's the other side of the valley, and all the way down there you can see the road. Probably can't get good perspective on the video, and we're heading to this town. Can we find it? Probably not. I can't find it in here. Yeah, down there somewhere there's a town, which we'll be hiking to. Path carries on there, and yeah, this is where we're heading. This is the valley and the town. There's a few ski villages down, well, one ski village and 2 or 3 areas to ski gebiet. So yeah. So we got some sheep, as per the sign. Can't see any guard dogs. protecting everyone. Being a guard sheep, are you? Oh, look at this. They don't like me. They're coming to protect everyone. Hello. I'm getting a bit worried now. What are you going to do, buddy? So, seems like we're in the moor here. So it's the kind of mossy, a little bit muddy. There's water sort of running downhill from everywhere, very green and lush. And you can feel the moisture in the air, it's beautiful. So these are like the highland moors, marshes, whatever you want to call them. So I think that's the most interesting part of the hike over. We went over the top and then sort of along the edge. But just want to show you something, so I'm going to flip the camera. What you can see there in the distance is the Alps. So the far ones, not the dark ones in the foreground, but in the far, that's the Alps. And we're probably looking more or less the direction of Interlaken, which is a very famous tourist area. And then we have this sort of rock which sits at the top, right? I think this is a Flühli here. So apparently some like deep holes and caves and everything. I believe limestone. And yeah, every year people die up there, unfortunately. So skiing, fall down holes or fall off the top, or in summer, you know, yeah, kind of weird, but it's nice. And then again, apparently it's like 2 hours down to here, so this is where we're going. And then I'll jump on the bus back home. Okay, so we must be at the top now. There's our crosses which protect our valley, which is actually really beautiful. And there we go. So the path continues this direction. I guess we go back down. 2 hours apparently. So it's all over pretty much. Now about 40 minutes away. And this is where we came from. Excuse the Volkswagen. So yeah, that's the Flühli, I think. And we're in a place called Flühlil. It's a hotel here behind me. So yeah, we're going to go here past the chapel, turn right down the hill, and here's a hotel. So there's a lot of cross-country skiing in winter, and this is where a lot of people stay. So yeah. When you come down to Sörenberg, you'll come through the car park here, cross the bridge, and you're nearly at the bus stop. So you go across the bridge, and on the other side you'll find there's a little crossing, and we're looking directly at the post office, and that's where the bus stop is. So a little trick, wait right here, because the bus looks like it goes past you, but it comes around the building. So if you wait on those benches, you'll jump right on the bus. Thank you much for watching, and I wish you guys much joy in your own adventures, and let me know what you think of the video. Thank you.